Welcome back to Daybreak, and thank you for joining us. It's time to open the phone lines and get to hear your take. Yes, your take concerning your expectations for the year 2026. Now, let's dive right in. For many Nigerians, 2026 did not begin with celebration. It began with worry. Worry about food on the table, transport fares, school fees, hospital bills, and whether tomorrow will be any easier than yesterday. Now, across the states, families are adjusting their meals. Traders are struggling with low sales, and farmers are afraid to go to their farms. And young people are asking whether there is still a future at home. In this reality, expectations from governors have become deeply personal. People are no longer impressed by long speeches or groundbreaking ceremonies. They want to see food prices come down, jobs created close to home, and real support from small businesses and farmers. They want roads that don't damage vehicles, electricity that stays on, clean water that flows, and primary health centers that are open with emergencies when emergencies happen. And security too is no longer an abstract issue. It is about returning safely from a journey, sleeping without fear, and allowing children to go to school without anxiety. Now, beyond projects, citizens want empathy, leaders who understand their pain, speak honestly, and finish what they start. As 2026 unfolds and 2027 quietly approaches, governors are being judged not by slogans, but by impact. So this morning on Daybreak, we ask you directly, what do you want from your governors in 2026? What would make life easier for you and your family? The phone lines are open. You can call us in, and you can also send us a WhatsApp message. Let's hear from you this morning, wherever you are. Do well to call in and let's have this conversation. What are your expectations for your governors in the year 2026? Some communities will be lacking, basic amenities, good roads, clean water, standard and equipped primary healthcare centers. Schools, the buildings are dilapidated. There's no enough, either teaching tools and also learning tools for the teachers and also the pupils and the students who would be learning. A whole lot. When you go to some communities, you realize that they don't even have electricity, and they have stayed for a very long time without electricity. Some do have, water, but is just one source of water and is a bit far from other small communities around. So it's really difficult for them to have access to clean water. They have to travel for a distance before they get access to that. We have some communities who, their major issue is roads. They don't have good roads, access roads that would link the community to either the town or from the town to the community. So these are issues that some communities are facing in different parts of the country. So if you're in those communities, or if you're in any state at all that you think or you can see clearly that, life is not being easy for the people in that community, do well to pick up your phone and let's have this conversation this morning. Your governors might be watching, your governors might be listening, and who knows, anything can be picked out from, the complaints and also the expectations you would, want your governors to step up to and do the right thing for the betterment of the people in that community. Now, talking about community development, in some cases, some communities are being, developed based on what they really want, like based on their basic communities. But then sometimes you get to realize that these funds that are being, put on the table for these things to be sorted out are not being utilized at the end of the day. And that is where corruption comes to play, because corruption is always at the corner to steal from the people when it is time for the people to benefit from, their leaders. I think we have a caller on the line. Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning. Thank you for calling in. What's your name and where are you calling from?
My name is Circular Again Academy. I'm calling from Kano.
Kano State. All right, thank you for calling in. So what are your expectations for the year 2026? I mean, your governor might be listening. What do you want your governor to do for the people of Kano State or the community you live in?
Honestly, in this year 2026, we are appealing to Governor Abba Kabir Yusuf to extend his focus and view towards improving the standard of our primary healthcare facilities, especially those that are living in far and remote areas. Because the situation of those primary healthcare facilities, especially those that are living in villages, is totally unacceptable. The roof has been demolished, the floor is dilapidated, there is no infrastructure, there is no home resources. And another area that I'm appealing to the Kano State government to focus on is the area of the road network, especially in rural villages, and some of the urban settlements that are very close to the cities.
Okay, so can you give us the name of these communities, maybe one or two that you are aware of?
In terms of the infrastructure?
Yes, please.
Yeah, for example, it's very close to the city. There are some dilapidated roads that are hard to reach areas, but these settlements are very close to the city, a few kilometers to the government house. If you take like Laraba Road that started from Matrix, that is Otoro Eastern Bypass, to one village called Laraba, is it's a densely populated settlement with a lot of people that are residing there. But the road is very bad. It's no more travel. And if you go there in some areas like if you go to Gabasawa, there is Dagar and some of the smaller health facilities there. The health facilities are not in good working condition. The roof has been evacuated by rain and it is lapidated. And very close to the city there is another road that is called Allo, and the road is very rough to the extent that even if you are to convey a sick person to the main city, so it is very difficult for one to be under, especially those people that are women that are pregnant. There are so many challenges there. So we are appealing to the government to please focus on these two key areas so that they can strengthen the healthcare system in Kano and the road network as well. And another appeal, which will be the last, is I'm also appealing to the Kano State government to strengthen the security issues in Kano. You know, Kano is one of the safest states we have in the northern part of the country. But for our dismay, bandits has started abusing some neighboring villages like Shanono, areas of Shanono, Sanyaba. And I believe if care is not taken, a lot of these settlements that are moving far and near to Kano, they will still be embedded by these bandits. So we are appealing to Kano State government, please do the needful. We thank the Kano State government for creating the new neighborhood security aid that will eradicate this menace. But we are equally appealing for them to do more, because security is one of the priority needs of the people of Kano, especially Kano being the safest state in the northern part of Nigeria with so many commercial activities. So if care is not taken, things will turn the other way. So we are appealing to that. My name is Again Academy from Kano. Thank you very much. I have been with Trust TV for long, for your daily breath. So thank you very much.
Thank you as well for calling in this morning from Kano State. The phone lines, feel free to pick up your phones. The phone lines are still open. Now, we have two numbers displayed on your screen. You can call any of the numbers, just so in case you're trying one number and you won't be able to reach us, you can, use the other number to speak with us this morning. Let's hear from you, your expectations towards your governors in the year 2026. You can also send us a WhatsApp message this morning. Let's have this a conversation. I mean, they say a problem shared is a problem half solved. So when you speak out, it is possible that, someone close to the governor or the governor himself is watching to hear the cry and the plight of the people of that community. And then swiftly things will be done in the right way. Now, for communities that are having issues with electricity, basic amenities, when we talk about these basic amenities, it is not luxury, it is necessary. I mean, these are things that every Nigerian should have access to and have the right to, tap from it. Talking about healthcare, talking about good roads, talking about education, talking about clean water. I mean, these are basic amenities that people need. And then for those that would say, we need a regulation when it comes to food prices, please speak up. It is time to hear your voice. Now we have another caller on the line. Hello, good morning. Thank you for calling in. What's your name and where are you calling from?
Good morning. I'm Ismail calling from Niger.
Good morning, Ismail. And how is Niger this morning?
Oh, Niger is fine this morning.
Good morning. Please go ahead.
Let me start by wishing the Trust TV Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
May we have a successful ending. You have in your pre-discussion, you have highlighted a lot of things which are directly affecting our community, most especially in Niger State. My own part of Niger State, as a local government, we entered the new year 2006 in a sad mode, a very sad mode, very, very sad mode. In the first week of the 2026, in Kaswanda, the Domo community, some of our people there were massacred. They were slaughtered like goats. And these are communities under Bagudu local government. And this local government is blessed with a lot of government, federal government parastatals. We have the 221 battalion, 221 and 101 battalion. We have the Air Force with super Tucano, D2K of them. And yet we are still facing all these security challenges. Just late December, Catholic children were kidnapped in the same palace. Early this year, over 40 people were also massacred. Just 2 days ago, a police post in Kali was also attacked. The police were able to, the Moko were able to escape. Their post was bombed. So, and this, as I said, we have a this is area that we have to start to change, flying our sky, flying our airspace every day, and nothing is being done. We have the 221 and 101 battalions, troops situated in local government, and nothing is being done. As I'm telling you now, we are all sitting on a timing bomb, which is only God that is saving us. That is part of security. Secondly, you talk about electricity. We have Kenji dam situated in Kenji, in Nibusa. We have some of our villages which are even yet to be connected to national grid. Most especially, we have along Kenji Kayama Road, we have Kabi community, we have Baburasa community. Along this axis, we have a lot of community. Our boundary with Kayama, which is under Kwara State, is a Woro. Woro have electricity, and they are being fed from Kenji, they are being fed from the local government. The electricity passes from the local government to Kayama on this same axis. But villages before Kwara State, which is Kayama, our boundary does not have light. So what is going on? And this is local government that it's one out of the 10 that collected the most higher subvention from the federal government. So what is going on for crying out loud?
So what are your expectations?
My expectation and my appeal, what I have is expectation and appeal to the local government and also to the state government and to the federal government. In terms of all these villages I just mentioned, we have Malale, we have Shagunodi Parade to be connected. Actually, the local government should try that all in collaboration with the state to make sure all these local government, all these communities have electricity. Secondly, our road network. We have almost 3 roads linking the local government. Kenji to Kumokwa, Kenji to Kayama, and Kenji to Rofia. And all these roads, nothing to write about. So at least they should try their efforts to make sure at least all these things have been put in place. That is my appeal. And also I'm appealing directly to the federal government. They should please help us for we to have security. All our community are farming community. In fact, this community you are seeing can feed the nation. We are appealing to them to please help us. Let's have peace. Let's have peace, please. They should help us. Our people are dying day in, day out. Our people cannot even farm again. So that is my appeal. May God bless Nigeria. May God bless us entirely. Thank you so much.
Thank you for calling in this morning and sharing your expectations and as well as your appeal to your state governor and also the federal government. Well, we're still having this conversation. Feel free to pick up your phones and dial the numbers displayed on your screen. Like I earlier stated, you can call, you can reach us on any of the 2 numbers you are seeing presently now. And please, as the rule of engagement, when you call in, make sure you turn down the audio of your TV set so we can have this conversation very smoothly and clearly as well. Now, we're still talking about expectations from the people to their leaders. It is normal for us to have expectations, most especially when, you're being ushered into a new year or you're in the new year. But I think we have Shetima Yakodima calling us this morning. Good morning, Shetima. Thank you for calling in.
Hello, Maimuna.
Good morning, Shetima. I can hear you. Thank you for calling in.
Good morning, Maimuna.
Good morning.
Good morning, Nigeria. Good morning, Trust TV. This is Shetima Yakodima calling from Maiduguri. Well, about the topic, the expectation about the state governors is very, very high. Very, very high, honestly speaking. But here in Maiduguri, we are grateful to God for having a very focused governor who is doing well, and we really appreciate him. But as far as Maiduguri is concerned, we have seen a lot of things. Our roads have been smooth now. You can drive anywhere conveniently without any inconvenience. In fact, the roads are smooth, and he's doing well, honestly speaking. In the aspect of education, we have seen new classrooms. More schools have been demolished and built. It has become a new one today. So we really appreciate for that. But our main concern is we are appealing to His Excellency Professor Babagana Manazuru to look at the road that linking to our local governments. Now, like road of Gamborungala, there's nothing to talk about. And from Maiduguri to Monguno down to Gazigana, the road is bad. So we are appealing for him to focus his attention on that road, so that we can appreciate him more. But in the terms of water supply, honestly speaking, he's trying. Because so many roads have been, boreholes have been constructed, solar one, and you see about the alternative energy supply. We have a gas plant, which is also supplying us. All these Greek collapse, we are just hearing over the media. We did not experience it, honestly speaking, because of we have alternative power supply. So I'm appealing to governors, other governors, to try and build an alternative for power supply, because we see that national grid is not strong enough to supply the whole country. So the government should provide alternative for the betterment of the people. And also, we are appealing for the governors to look at Maiduguri as a case study, to build their own alternative security personnel, the way that we have our civilian JTF. Let them try and construct and establish their own. They should recruit youth, energy youth, and other hunters and other things to make them a team, and they should look after their welfare better, so that they can sacrifice and maintain the security. Our problem now is the security all over the country. If the security is provided, I think other things will follow. So I think by making security to be adequate and to be strong, I think we will have relief on almost everything that we are just imagining. So I'm praying and hoping state governors, they will be justifying the allocation that they are collecting, from the federal government, because the allocation is very good. It's enough for them to do all the reasonable, things, and also to provide their citizens, with needful things. So we are praying and hoping to also focus on fertilizer and other farming tools, so that our farmers can farm well and produce more food for the country, so that to end off this this shortage of food and the hunger that is disturbing each and every one. And by more farming, I think the food stock will be the price will be going down. So we are hoping and praying for a better Nigeria ahead. We have more expectation, honestly speaking. This is the few that I mentioned. Thank you so much and happy Thursday.
Thank you, Shatima, for calling in this morning and speaking with us. Well, we're still having the conversation, but we have a lot of WhatsApp message. Let's take some. We have one from Odinaka from Yola. It says, good morning all in the studio. I would really like to see my governor work on electricity in my community in Jambutu, Jamaica, Yola, and other communities around. Because currently we only see light twice in a day, which only lasts for 2 hours each. Hope it gets considered, and a big kudos to my governor, His Excellency Governor Fintiri Fresh Air, for a great job he is doing. Thank you, Odinaka from Yola, for sending in that message. We have another message from Mohammed Bello, and he's sending this in from Misau local government area in Bauchi State. He said, accountability and transparency silenced. Questioning leaders on accountability and transparency has become increasingly difficult. Legitimate concerns are now met with intimidation rather than answers. Civil servants and responsible citizens who speak up are discouraged through subtle and over threats, creating a culture of fear. Now, when scrutiny is punished, transparency collapses. Leadership that resists questions weakens public trust and undermines good governance. True accountability begins where intimidation ends. Thank you, Mohammed Bello, for sending in your message, but we wanted you to, add up your expectations for your state governor. But then let's take this WhatsApp message from Mohammed Audu from Maiduguri. And it says, good morning, Trust TV. In 2026, Nigerians expect their governors to demonstrate true leadership by improving the living conditions of the people. They should address insecurity by strengthening community policing, supporting security agencies, and tackling the root causes of crime so citizens can move freely and farm safely. Governors are also expected to reduce hardship by promoting local production, lowering food prices, avoiding excessive taxes, and ensuring public funds benefit the people. Creating jobs for youths through skills training, agriculture, and support for small businesses is essential. Access to clean water should be improved by completing and maintaining water projects, by supporting farmers and improving food production and distribution. Governors should ensure food security and affordability. Overall, Nigerians expect practical actions, not promises, that deliver security, jobs, clean water, and affordable food. Thank you, Mohammed Audu from Maiduguri. Okay, another one. Hello, my name is Captain Mohammed Sharif Badamasi. I live in I live in Alagole in Ogun State. What I want from the governor of the state is a monthly statement of account on how the money meant for projects and development is utilized. The reason for this demand stems from the absence of meaningful infrastructure like potable water, refuse collection system, and good access roads in our community in 6 years of his administration. So you're talking about transparency and accountability at this point. Thank you for sending in your message. Good morning, presenter. What I expect from my governor is the provision of basic amenities that would improve the life of the common man and security of life and properties, given the huge allocations they are getting now. This message is from Eugene from Jos. Thank you, Eugene. We have another WhatsApp message from Adamu Mohammed Osman from Kafin House, Jigawa State. And he says, good morning, everybody. I think this is for, okay, godfatherism is one of the defining features of Nigerian democracy. It generally refers to a situation in which an influential or prominent personality fishes out, pushes, and probably enforces and supports a particular person to be an aspirant, candidate, and perhaps elected, and when elected into office, does the bidding of the sponsor based on the above narration of godfatherism context or concept. What are the roles played? It isn't a good way, especially in Nigeria. I don't concur with godfatherism, especially in Kano. May Allah help us. Okay, thank you, Adamu Mohammed, for sending in that message. But then you could possibly add your expectations for your state governor. Let's take this message from Nandi Bete, sending this one in from Ogoja, and he says on the issue of 2026 expectations from government. Good morning, Trust TV. One's expectations from government in this 2026 are vast, but compressing them, one expects governance to be more citizens focused, more transparent, more purposeful, show more justice, and be less political in approach. It is appealing, for instance, that in a state where retirees from the civil and public service have been waiting for their gratuities for up to 10 years, the governor gives a 20 million naira Christmas bonus to each member of the House of Assembly. We expect more purposefulness in governance in 2026. Thank you, Nandi BT, for sending in that message. Okay, we have another one. Good morning, Trust TV. I am Jacob Uoku from Zaki Biam Ukum local government in Benue State. The Benue State governor has tried so much, especially in the area of employment. He's the first governor since 2009 to have done general recruitment. He has revamped the primary school in the state, but he should improve in the level of security. Okay, that's a good one, Jacob. Thank you for sending in your message. All right, I think we have another caller on the line. Hello, good morning. Thank you for calling in. What's your name and where are you calling from?
Hello, good morning.
Good
My
morning.
name is Abdullah Abubakar calling from Makoti.
Good morning, Abdullahi. Thank you for calling in. Please go ahead.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year. Thank you.
I tried to call on my phone almost 3 times, but not accepted on the New Year day.
Oh, no. Thank you for calling in. Please go ahead.
So, thank you. I wish everybody a good, happy New Year, happy beginning. And just as everybody is saying, I want to tell Fatima that Fatima, whenever they are speaking about the governor's speech, Fatima should not talk. Because everybody knows what the government has been doing. So he has been doing a lot. As you say, we pray to Almighty Allah, let our government speak be the same. And my last caller, the last caller that followed us from that told the truth. Our government is trying. They wanted to increase more. The rate has been doing the local government, the rural growth has been so much. Let me focus more on hospitals, especially in the rural area. I want to write me, please let me make sure that they will reach the off and the North Bank. These areas have serious needs, they need serious eradication. If you want the government to consider them, I will treat right me, North Bank, and Wadata. Because I've been doing well, and we know he's doing it, and he can do it. So we give him the kudos, and we give him the real assurance that he's going to do it. In terms of education, he is trying. He's paying salaries to the last call. In terms of water, nobody will cry on water issue in Makodi, especially in the area that we are living with water constantly. The light food is okay. Allah, our expectation for him now, let him concentrate more on the hospital, so that we cannot buy paracetamol in the hospital, we cannot buy baby in the hospital. We can do other things and make sure that life goes smoothly. Thank you very much. May God bless Rock TV, bless Awad, bless Miriam, bless Maimuna, bless all others, especially Abdullah and Usman, who make this program to be so successful for the new year. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much for calling in and having this conversation with us. We're also having the conversation talking about expectations to the state governors. If you have anything to say, go ahead and give us a call. We have another caller on the line. Hello, good morning. Thank you for calling in. What's your name and where are you calling from? And I think we lost that caller. All right, that's a wrap on our phone-in segment this morning for everyone that called in and, put out their expectations to their state governors. We really hope that at the end of the day, your pleas will be, attended to. Thank you for everyone as well who sent in their WhatsApp message. We'll take a short breather now, and when we come back, we'll dive into our discussion segment. We'll be looking at the new tax laws. We'll be analyzing a whole lot. Do stay with us. We'll be right back.